Welcome to AG Chelsea TV. This is the YouTube channel that will bring Chelsea fans the latest news of the club in our hearts. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to support me. Chelsea rocked as Romelu Lukaku scuppers Inter transfer. Chelsea's hopes of offloading Romelu Lukaku this summer now seemingly rest with Juventus after the Belgian shattered his chances of returning to Inter Milan on a permanent deal, following transfer talks with their direct rivals. The £97.5 million flop has been the subject of extensive discussions with the Champions League finalists in the past few weeks as he targets a permanent return to Inter, but controversially, Lukaku now appears to have had his head turned by Juventus. Juve have tabled Chelsea an offer worth £32 million plus £2 million in add-ons for the 30-year-old, but have informed the Blues that they will only be pursuing the move if they can flog Dusan Vlahovic. Meanwhile, Inter's latest proposal is also valued at £34 million, but only £30 million of that figure will be paid up front, with the rest made up via add-ons. Chelsea do not have a preference when it comes to a sale, but the Blues are looking to recoup maximal funds as they prepare to take a substantial loss on their former club record signing, who has endured a miserable return to Stamford Bridge following his blockbuster 2021 summer transfer. As reported by Gianluca Di Marzio, it's now understood Inter have decided to retract their interest, as in their view, Lukaku has disrespected them after entertaining a possible switch to Juve. Leicester City working on a Chelsea midfielder. Leicester City are interested in signing Chelsea youngster Casadei. According to The Telegraph, the 20-year-old is a lone target for City boss Enzo Maresca, who has identified the midfielder as a potential replacement to fill the void left by James Maddison, who joined Tottenham last month, and Harvey Barnes, who continues to attract interest from Newcastle. Casadei spent the second half of last season on loan at Reading, making a total of 15 appearances as the club were relegated to League One. He signed for Chelsea from Inter Milan last year in a deal that could reach £17 million with potential future add-ons. In the meantime, Casadei is looking for regular game time before returning to compete for a place in Chelsea's squad. Casadei, who represents Italy under-21s, has trained with the senior Italy squad under Roberto Mancini. He also helped the under-20s reach the World Cup final where they lost to Uruguay. However, he claimed the Golden Boot with 7 goals, and was named the player of the tournament. Casadei was previously the subject of interest from Villa and Brighton and Hove Albion. However, Unai Emery's side have since signed Yuri Tielemans on a free transfer following the expiration of his City contract. The Foxes have so far signed Harry Winks, Connor Cody, and Callum Doyle, loan, in this transfer window. Chelsea get Mane transfer update. Sadio Mane has been linked with a transfer to Chelsea in recent windows amid the possibility he departs Bayern Munich this summer. Thomas Tuchel has now provided the freshest update on Mane's future, hinting that nothing has been decided yet. In a press conference, he said, "We've a constellation that makes it very difficult for Sadio. The player knows that too. Mane has a contract and wants to stay, and we respect that. But it's only the first day of training and a lot of things can happen in football." Kane decision. Chelsea have been handed a significant blow to their hopes of signing Harry Kane. The 29-year-old striker has been heavily linked with an exit from Tottenham this summer, but a move could now be off the cards. According to the Evening Standard, the Englishman does not plan to agitate the North Londoners even if Daniel Levy continues to reject bids from the Bundesliga champions. The report states that Kane is determined to leave Spurs on positive terms, meaning he would not entertain a controversial switch to Stamford Bridge. With Mauricio Pochettino in the dugout, many thought that the Argentine would be able to tempt the striker away from the Lily Whites. Franca issue. Chelsea have been handed a major blow to their hopes of signing Mateus Franca this summer. The 19-year-old forward has been heavily linked with a move to Stamford Bridge recently as the Blues look to stock up on some of the world's most exciting young players. According to Globo, both Chelsea and Crystal Palace have submitted proposals to the forward's entourage, with Flamengo set to make a decision in the coming days. The report states that Franca's representatives travelled to London earlier this week to hold talks with the two clubs. Globo add that Flamengo have given the teenager a €25 million, £21.4 million price tag, which could include add-ons in order to fulfill valuation. It's said that Franca has two choices: sign for Chelsea and join Strasbourg on loan, or join Crystal Palace and compete for a place in the starting lineup with the likes of Michael Olise and Eberechi Eze. Cherki claim. Laurent Blanc has advised Ryan Cherki to remain at Olympique Lyonnais for a further year, despite interest from Chelsea. The 19-year-old wonderkid has been heavily linked with a move to Stamford Bridge recently as Mauricio Pochettino looks to replace Mason Mount. In an interview with French newspaper Le Progrès, as quoted by RMC Sport, Blanc addressed the futures of Castello Lukiba and Cherki. The Lyon boss explained why he believes the duo should stay at the club for a further year. OL must say, okay, if these are figures at an impressive level, but on the other hand at this price, 27 million euros, I tell him to stay one more year in Lyon, said the 57-year-old. I'd really mind if he left. It's the same for Cherki, especially since we made room for them. It would be a little early, but maybe I'm being a little selfish. Chiesa chance. Chelsea have received a boost from Juventus over reported target Federico Chiesa. Chiesa, 25, has 2 years remaining on his contract and has been tentatively linked with a switch to Liverpool this summer. However, reports have also touted Chiesa as a target for Mauricio Pochettino's side, and Juventus' stance could clear the way for the Blues to make a move for the Italy forward. Reports have suggested that Chelsea are planning to step up their efforts to sign the Juventus attacker, with the club described as the most interested in Chiesa. Italian journalist Gianluca Di Marzio has fueled the idea that the player could soon be on the move after explaining Juventus' stance on a potential deal. Speaking to Wet Freund, he said, Aston Villa have bid €60 million, £51.2 million, for Chiesa, but he hasn't even listened to the offer as he doesn't want to join Aston Villa. He only wants to play at top clubs. And that's the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to support me.